Today we are going to be looking at the 80 best Portuguese players and their country of origin. Just stick around to the ending and you'll find out just how many players aren't from Portugal. With that, let's get started. Starting us first is Diogo Costa, who was born in Switzerland but his parents are of Portuguese origin. He moved to Portugal at the age of 7. José Sás, who was born in Portugal and is said to belong to the white ethnicity. Rui Patricio, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents. Antonio Lopes, who was born in France to a French mother and a Portuguese father, but his mother's parents are said to come from the northeastern part of Portugal. Claudio Ramos, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents. Bento, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents and belongs to the white ethnicity. Eduardo, who was born in Portugal but not much is known about his ethnicity. Pedro Mendes, who was born in Switzerland to Portuguese parents. Ruben Dias, parents are Portuguese and he was born in the western part of Portugal. Ronaldo, who was born in Cape Verde and his origin is from Cape Verde. Antonio Silva, who was born in Portugal, also to Portuguese parents. Edgar Isle, who was born in Guinea-Bissau and his parents are also from Guinea-Bissau. Ruben Semedo, who was born in Portugal but his parents are both from Cape Verde. Bruno Alves, who was born in Portugal with a Brazilian ancestry through his father, not much is known about his mother. Ricardo Pereira, who was born in Canada to Portuguese parents. Pepe, who was born in Brazil to Brazilian parents but moved to Portugal at the age of 18. Ricardo Costa, who was born in Portugal to a Portuguese father and mother. Rafael Guimero, who was born in France to a Portuguese father and a French mother. Nuno Mendes, who was born in Portugal. He is of Angolan descendants and his parents, including his grandparents, from both his mother and his father's side, are both from Angola. Vitinho Atununes was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents. Mario Rui, who was born in Portugal, also to Portuguese parents. Kevin Rodriguez, who was born in France, but his origin is from Portugal, as both of his parents are also from Portugal. Fabio Contrero, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents who were migrated from Portugal when he was just 13 years old, leaving him alone to pursue his footballing career and the club where he stayed to support him. Elso, who was born in Portugal and his origin is from Cape Verde, as both his mother and his father are both from Cape Verde. João Cancelo, who was born in Portugal to a father who immigrated in Switzerland, which means both his father and his mother were Portuguese. Diogo Dalot, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents. Nelson Semedo, who was born in Portugal, is a mixture of both Portuguese and Cape Verdean heritage. Albert Xavier, who was born in Mozambique, and both his parents are both from Mozambique. Cedric Solia, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents, but he moved to Portugal at the age of 2. Ricardo Pereira, who was born in Portugal also, his family heritage can be traced back from Cape Verde, as both his parents are both from Cape Verde. Nelson, who was born in Cape Verde, as both his parents are also from Cape Verde, he became a Portuguese citizen in 2005. Josie Boswan, who was born in the Democratic Republic of Congo to a Portuguese father and a Congolese mother, but moved to Portugal at a very young age. Ruben Neves, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese ancestry. João Palena, who was born in Portugal also to Portuguese parents. William Carvalhal, who was born in Angola and raised by his Angolan parents but moved to Portugal as a child. Dalino Pereira, who was born in Guinea-Bissau and his parents are also from Guinea-Bissau, but he moved to Portugal at the age of 5. Vitina, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents also. Martin Nunes, who is of mixed heritage and was born in Brazil and his father is Portuguese, but his mother is Brazilian. He later moved to Portugal at the age of 12. Renato Sanchez, who was born in Portugal too, but hails from two different countries. His father is a native of São Tomé and Príncipe, and his mother hails from Cape Verde. André Gomes, who was born in Portugal, but little is known about his heritage, but he is of Portuguese ethnicity, which means both of his parents are of Portuguese origin. Sergio Oliveira, who was also born in Portugal, as his parents are natives of Portugal also. João Motorino, who was born in the same native land as his parents, Portugal. Gilson Fernandes, who was born in São Tomé and Príncipe, and so was his parents. Ruben Amorim was born in Portugal to his parents who are of Portuguese origin. André Silva, who was born in France to his Portuguese father and his French mother, but moved to Portugal at the age of 11. Bernardo Silva, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents. Manuel Fernandes, who was born in Portugal and his origin is from Cape Verde, but little is known. Bruno Fernandes, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese ethnicity. João Marino, who was born in Portugal and his origin is from Angola, but little is known of his parents' background. Pizzi, who was born in Portugal, his parents are of Portuguese by birth, but there is a belief that he is of Italian heritage due to his name. Deco, who was born and raised in Brazil by Brazilian parents, he received his Portuguese citizenship in 2002. Pedro Neto, who was born in the northern part of Portugal to a Portuguese father and a Mozambique mother. Buma, who was born in Guinea-Bissau, as both his mother and his father are both citizens of Guinea-Bissau, but he moved to Portugal when he was a child. Goncalo Guedes, born in Portugal to a Portuguese father and mother. Pedro Goncalves, born in Portugal to Portuguese parents also. Sylvester Vehela, who was born in Portugal to his parents who are both from Cape Verde. Rafael Leo, who was born in Portugal but hails from two different countries. His father, who is from Angola, and his mother, who is from São Tomé and Príncipe. Yankee Janlu, who was born in Guinea-Bissau. It's believed that both of his parents are both from Guinea-Bissau also. Ricardo Horta, who was born in Portugal, his family is of Portuguese ancestry. He was raised by Portuguese parents whose identity is relatively unknown and is kept hidden. Diego Jota, who was born in Portugal to a Portuguese parents. Nani was born in Portugal, but his parents emigrated from Cape Verde. Ricardo Quaresma, born in Portugal, his father is of the Gypsies and his mother is a native of Angola. Daniel Pudens, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents. Dani, who was born in Venezuela, his parents are Portuguese, but he moved to Portugal at the age of 15. Gilson Martins, who was born in Cape Verde to Cape Verdean parents. Roy Lopez, who was born in Brazil to a Brazilian father and an Angolan-born Portuguese mother, moved to Portugal at the age of 4. Francisco Chincao, born in the northern part of Portugal, his parents are descendants of Portugal. Helder Costa, who was born in Angola to an Angolan parents, but little is known about his Portuguese citizenship, later switched to play for Angola in 2021. Otávio, who was born in Brazil to Brazilian parents but gained the Portuguese citizenship in 2021. João Félix, born in Portugal and is of Portuguese origin. Rafael Silva, born in Portugal, also to Portuguese heritage. Diego Sousa, who was born in Brazil and his origin is from Brazil, as both his parents are both from Brazil, but little is known about his dual citizenship in Portugal. André Silva, who was born in Portugal to a Portuguese ethnicity background. Carlos Bacinesia, who was also born in Portugal, but little is known of his heritage, but it is believed that his parents are both from Portuguese descendants. Eda, who was born in Guinea-Bissau, as his parents are also from Guinea-Bissau origin. Helder Postiga, who was born in Portugal, also to Portuguese heritage. Goncalo Ramos, who was born in the southern side of Portugal, his parents are full-blooded Portuguese. Leidson, who was born in Brazil and his origin is from Brazil, but not much is known about his Portuguese dual citizenship. Nelson Oliveira, who was born in Portugal and also to Portuguese parents. Cristiano Ronaldo, and finally Cristiano Ronaldo, who was born in Portugal to Portuguese parents, but his origin can be traced back to Cape Verde through the mother of his parental grandfather. Thanks for watching 80 best Portuguese players and their country of origin. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.